ISACA AAIA exam practice questions with explanations are available in the video for you to study. When an AI system is suspected of sensitive data exfiltration, what should be the first response? A. Apply stricter access controls such as rate limiting and query restrictions. B. Immediately isolate the affected systems to contain the incident. C. Retrain and redeploy the AI model with stronger security mechanisms. D. Notify regulators and stakeholders about the potential breach. The answer is B. The first step in incident response is containment. Isolating compromised systems prevents further damage and data leakage. Mitigation steps like rate limiting, A, and rebuilding the model, C, come later, while reporting, D, is a compliance step after initial containment and assessment. What is the primary purpose of conducting a risk assessment for AI models in an organization? A. Classifying the types of data ingested by the AI model. B. Identifying and defining mitigation strategies for potential AI risks. C. Continuously tracking AI performance metrics. D. Checking if AI outputs remain consistent with intended business use cases. The answer is B. The main goal of an AI risk assessment is to proactively evaluate risks, ethical, operational, regulatory, or security, and establish mitigation strategies. While data classification, A, performance monitoring, C, and output validation, D, are important, they are parts of governance or operations, not the core purpose of a risk assessment. An organization is deploying AI in procurement and inventory operations. Stakeholders express concerns about potential job displacement. What is the best way for an auditor to assess whether these risks were properly addressed? A. Examine how human-centered design principles were applied in the AI initiative. B. Review the AI strategy roadmap for near and long-term objectives. C. Verify whether the project team incorporated stakeholder feedback through engagement activities. D. Assess the organization's initial analysis of AI's potential business impacts. The answer is A. Human-centered design ensures that AI systems are built with ethical, social, and workforce impacts in mind, reducing risks like job displacement and stakeholder resistance. While roadmaps, B, engagement activities, C, and assessments, D, provide context, they don't directly demonstrate that stakeholder concerns and human impact were systematically integrated into the AI adoption process. An auditor needs to accelerate the reporting process for a complex AI audit. What is the most effective way to leverage generative AI? A. Generate action items from closing meeting notes for inclusion in management's action plans. B. Create a draft executive summary based on audit scope and detailed findings. C. Refine audit conclusions with precise language describing identified observations. D. Update audit scope and background information in response to new management input. The answer is B. Generative AI is most effective at synthesizing large amounts of information into summaries, which saves significant time in audit reporting. Drafting an executive summary, B, leverages this strength. Options A, C, and D involve nuanced judgment and contextual accuracy, where human auditors should take the lead to ensure reliability and accountability. What is the primary purpose of an AI acceptable use policy within an organization? A. Provide clear guidance on the ethical and responsible use of AI technologies. B. Define procedures for monitoring AI usage across business operations. C. Educate employees on how and where to access available AI tools. D. Clarify the differences between various AI technologies and approaches. The answer is A. An AI acceptable use policy ensures that employees and stakeholders understand the boundaries and ethical considerations of using AI responsibly. While monitoring, B, training, C, and technical clarification, D, are valuable, they are secondary objectives. The core purpose is ethical governance and responsible use of AI. When auditing a complex machine learning (ML) model used for regulatory compliance in a financial institution, what should the auditor do to best ensure transparency? A. Maintain documentation of data sources and processing steps. B. Develop dashboards to display model outputs for stakeholders. C. Issue periodic audit reports on the model's performance and risks. D. Apply explainability tools to make model decision-making understandable. The answer is D. For regulatory compliance, transparency means making AI decisions interpretable to auditors, regulators, and stakeholders. Explainability tools, D, directly address this requirement. Documentation, A, dashboards, B, and audit reports, C, improve visibility but do not fully ensure decision-level transparency. What is the greatest challenge for auditors when evaluating the explainability of generative AI models? A. Disagreements about which model type is most appropriate. B. Ensuring that biased or skewed data is not introduced into the model. C. Managing potential performance slowdowns from heavy computational demands. D. Addressing the fact that algorithms evolve as the model continues to learn. The answer is D. Generative AI models are dynamic and may adapt or change over time, making it difficult for auditors to fully explain or replicate decision pathways. This ongoing learning creates transparency and accountability challenges. While bias, B, and computation, C, are important, the biggest barrier to explainability is the evolving nature of generative AI, D. An AI system segments customers into categories for a sales promotion by analyzing transaction history. What would best validate the effectiveness of this categorization process? A. Ensuring stress tests are run regularly to maintain stable performance. B. Confirming that the applied methodology aligns with business objectives. C. Verifying that sensitive attributes are transformed before being processed. D. Sampling AI outputs to detect anomalies or unusual classification results. The answer is B. The ultimate measure of effectiveness in AI categorization is whether the model's methodology supports the intended business outcomes, e.g., improving sales targeting, customer engagement. Stress testing, A. and anomaly detection. D. Address performance and quality control, while data transformation. C. Addresses privacy. But none of these directly validate business effectiveness like option B. A bank uses video-based KYC, know your customer, verification. Cybercriminals attempt to bypass it using deepfake technology. What is the best countermeasure to mitigate this risk? A. Require customers to submit additional identity and address documents. B. Implement AI-powered liveness detection during video verification. C. Encrypt customer data and communication channels end-to-end. D. Eliminate the use of video-based verification entirely. The answer is B. Liveness detection ensures that the person being verified is physically present, making it the most effective defense against deepfake impersonation. Collecting more documents, A. Adds friction without addressing video manipulation, while encryption, C. Protects data but not authentication. Stopping video verification, D. Is not practical and removes efficiency benefits. Which key performance indicator, KPI, is most important when assessing whether an AI model achieves its business objectives? A. Cost of resources used for model training. B. Number of users interacting with the model. C. Frequency of model retraining. D. Accuracy of the AI model in predicting real-world outcomes. The answer is D. The primary measure of an AI model's effectiveness is whether it produces accurate, reliable predictions that support the intended business goals. Resource cost. A. User engagement. B. And retraining frequency. C. Are operational metrics, but they do not directly indicate if the model is fulfilling its business purpose.